and this is my Arabiyat Prestige part 2 video, because by the time you see this one, I most likely would have already uploaded the first one. I am going to start with Arabiyat Prestige Hypnotic Oud. Guys, I tried this perfume. I'm doing a little bit of an unboxing. I tried this perfume for the first time. I believe I have to get rid of this. I believe it was last fall when it was so popular. I got a sample. However, it was out of stock for a long time, and the summer was here, so I thought I would do the review when I was able to get my hands on the perfume. This is Hypnotic Oud, the Arabiyat packaging. A lot of times, you know, I have problems opening them and getting to the actual perfume. This is the way it's packaged. I think a lot of you guys have seen this before. I also love the bottle. I have used 2 samples of this while I was waiting to get the original. This is Hypnotic Oud. This is such a pretty bottle. Actually, it looks nicer in person than even in the pictures. I do love the top. It looks like a piece, you know, of Byzantine jewelry. Oh, I forgot to show it also has the branding on here. It's my first time spraying the actual bottle. I have been living off samples and it's just as beautiful, glorious. This one, it's supposedly inspired by Maison Magila, by the fireplace. It's a perfume I have sampled a lot, and I actually just recently picked up another inspiration of the scent. This one, it's Amir Al Oud, and this is an oldie but goodie from Latafa. So I have also compared this two for you guys. Arabiyat Prestige Hypnotic Oud. This has notes of cloves, saffron, and orange blossom in the top. The heart, it's oud, akagala wood, caramel, and cashmeran. And the base, it's vanilla and amber. Hypnotic Oud, it's a warm and spicy vanilla gourmand fragrance, same as the original. When you spray this perfume, you feel warm, cozy. It's a beautiful perfume, same as the original, same feel. This one, there is a little bit of a tweak, but it is not very far from the original. The very first sniff, I can describe it as it's heavenly, indulgent, but at the same time it is not too heavy. This is a perfect gourmand perfume for fall, winter, good mood perfume, you know, when you are wanting to be pampered and cuddled. This is the best way to describe the perfume. When I need a bit of a pick-me-up, I will pick up Hypnotic Oud. When I smell this, I get a nice mix of clove and floral notes, the orange blossom, and when the caramel comes in, it's what really gives this perfume, you know, this nice gourmand comfort feel. In Hypnotic Oud, there is a caramel note. I do not only smell a sweetening note, I do smell caramel, and it's not a burnt caramel. It smells a bit more like flan. It does not exactly mimic creme brulee as the dessert when you really smell it. It is quite gourmand, but not overbearingly sweet or juvenile. It's a beautiful goma fragrance. I think what keeps this a bit on the fresh side, it's the saffron notes in here. It's more of what you would say a crystal saffron, a cold saffron note, pulling a little bit on the medicinal side, but it does not get there. There is oud. You smell there's a touch of oud. It's more woody and not leaning anything animalic or a very traditional oud note as you would expect it to be. The base, it's ambery vanilla, and I would say a tad bit more vanilla than amber. This is a beautiful fragrance, and I said to you guys, I picked this up in the Latafa sale. I am going to do an unboxing video for you guys because a lot of the perfumes that I did get I have already reviewed from samples. However, when I compare Hypnotic Oud to Amir Al Oud, Hypnotic Oud, it's a bit smoother, a bit more refined, you know. Amir Al Oud, it's a beautiful fragrance. I do love it. Like I said, it's an oldie but a goodie. They smell also a little bit different. Hypnotic Oud, it's a bit more on the indulgent, opulent side. And this one, it's a bit thinner. I would say that Amir Al Oud, it's maybe a bit closer to By the Fireside. However, I find Hypnotic Amber to be a better fragrance. You know, it has a bit more oomph, a bit more body, and the vanilla in here, it's a bit richer, more comforting. So it depends on what you are looking for. It's a darling of a fragrance, and it was really worth the wait. I waited a very long time for it to come back in stock because Arabiyat and Arabiyat Prestige, it is not sold by a lot of retailers here, and the prices I was seeing for this when it was a hype perfume, I was just not willing to pay. I refused to pay over 120 euros for this because I knew what the original price was from Arabiyat. Is this perfume worth 100 euros? I totally think so. But when you know what the price is and what's being charged as a hype, you have to really think hard about it. In terms of projection, it projects nicely. However, I do think the lasting power could have been a little bit better. When I wear my sample, I just opened this. When I was testing it, wearing it, I did spray it on my clothes because I get from Hypnotic Oud maybe about, I would say, 5-6 hours of wear. If I don't overspray or spray it on my clothes. I have just opened the bottle. I have been using a sample. I do not think it would be any different, but this is such a gorgeous perfume. I do not care. Honestly, last year, this was one of the best Arabic perfumes that I did come across. Amir Al Oud, it is also a nice version of By the Fireplace. This one, it's potent, it projects a lot, but I prefer Hypnotic Oud. The next one that I do have, it's also from the Hypnotic series from Arabiyat Prestige. I do believe they had 3 of these Hypnotic perfumes. Hypnotic Oud, Vanilla, and was there Hypnotic Amber? Yeah, there was, and I did not get this one because I had the original perfume. I did decide to try Hypnotic Vanilla because this one is inspired by Jean-Paul Gaultier, Divine. Divine is a perfume I am not too crazy about, so I thought I would go with a sample to see if I finally find a version that I like, because Arabiyat, the brand, they always add, you know, a bit of their own twist, similar to French Avenue, and it's normally better. This one, the notes are similar to Jean-Paul Gaultier, Divine. The top, it's bergamot and milk. The heart, it's frangipani, lily, jasmine, sambac, and again jasmine. And it's laid on a bed of patchouli, benzoin, and musk. This is very close, so close to Divine that I have the same reaction to Hypnotic Vanilla that I have to Divine. The opening, I do not like it, but the twist in this one, it's different to the OG, and I do like this one, but I have to get through the opening. There is not a lot of transition in this one from the opening to the heart. I quickly get a nice burst of lily, but it's a green lily, and this is a note that I do not like. It's not a green lily. However, the lily, when it rests itself, you know, with the bergamot and the milk, it is a green sort of lactonic note. I like the perfume when the frangipani, the real middle enters, because the frangipani overpowers the lily. There's more frangipani when it comes in than lily, and with the jasmine note, it becomes a very beautiful floral middle. Then the patchouli enters, it tones this down, and on the musky base. I love the heart of the perfume, I love the rest, but same as the original, this bit of greenness in the opening, it does, it puts me off a bit. But this is how I can explain this type of lily note. It's really not my thing. If you love a lily accord, a strong one, almost pulling green, you will love this perfume. The twist in here from Arabiyat, it's a bit more of a more playful middle, a bit more of a floral middle. This green lily, it does not linger as much as it does in the original Divine, which can at times, I must say, pull a little bit, you can say, too classic. And the floral middle, it saves this one. Hypnotic Vanilla, it's potent as hell. It projects, it lasts forever. And in terms of the potency, longevity, there is no problem with this one. I love when it gets into the heart, the dry down, it's beautiful with the musk. However, I have to suffer, you know, through the opening. And when I am iffy, do not like a perfume, I will tell you guys exactly why. And I do not like the original Divine. And the reason why I will most likely not get a full bottle of Hypnotic Vanilla, it's due to the opening. But it's a beautiful perfume if these type of green notes do not bother you. The Arabiyat version, it does not pull classic, dated, by any means. It's a very young, beautiful floral perfume. Guys, I know you are watching when I get a thumbs up from you, when you send me some comments. If it's your first time here and you've made it this far, it tells me that you are interested or liking this content, so please don't be shy. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and hope to see all of you again sometime soon on my channel. Tschüss!